Once again, ciao everybody! Chef Dona here from Carbonis in Ballarat. Today, slightly different process. I'm gonna show you a two-step cooking of my pressured slow-cooked beef stew with mushroom, which is Spezzatino di manzo ai funghi, if you are fluent Italian. This recipe serves 4 people and we are about to start. So what we need is about 1 kilo of beef chuck. Then we have about 150 to 200 grams of brown mushrooms, 20 grams of dried porcini, some sprigs of rosemary, bay leaf, cloves, peppercorn, a brown onion, 2 carrots, 3 stalks of celery, half stalks of celery, about half a liter of really good quality brown stock, mutti polpa or any passata, 400 grams, and extra virgin olive oil for the cooking process. Tools: you need a pressure cooker and a heavy base pan for the frying. Now, how we are going to pack as much flavor as we possibly can into this recipe, that's what I'm about to show you right now. Let's start from the pan. You want to have enough olive oil, or you can even use like a grapeseed oil. Really scorching hot pan you want to have in there, and quarter your mushroom. That's the first thing that we want to do. Basically, what we are about to do today is cooking ingredient by ingredient, nice and caramelized all of them, and transfer them over the pressure cooker to do the rest of the job. Spezzatino recipe or beef stew is normally like slow cooked over a stove in a pot. Takes around 2.5 to 3 hours. Today we're gonna speed up the process and have it ready in half an hour. Watch your hands as you drop stuff in hot oil. As you can see, it's really hot, smoking hot. Get some color to those mushrooms. Season, salt only. If you ask me, never put pepper in a pan that is so hot. It's just gonna burn it. It's just gonna be so sharp. It's gonna cover all the other flavors. I've just lost the mushroom. It's all part of the process. All right. Once that is going, we want to get ready the other vegetables. So let's start with the carrots. I'm not throwing the peels on the ground. Don't worry about that. I have a bin right there. All right. Nice and peeled. If you want to keep the peels of your vegetables, that's a good idea because you can do stock with it. Alright, so cut in 4, dice 1 centimeter, more or less chunky anyway. As you can see, I'm not stirring because I don't want to incentivize lots of water from the mushroom, which are going to cool down the pan. Alrighty, carrot is there. It's now time for the celery. I've already removed the hard filament and washed it in a half, and again diced in about 1 centimeter. Here we are. As you can see, what I'm doing is, as one step is searing, the other step is getting ready. See, this is what you want to get out of the mushroom, nice and caramelized. color is flavor. Don't worry about your pan getting brown on the bottom. That's exactly what you want to have. And now, with a spoon, grab your mushroom, transfer them into your pressure cooker. As you can see, the pressure cooker is already heating, nice and hot right there. So the cooking process is actually going at the same time. Very high heat right there. You wanna just have another tablespoon of oil in there and transfer your carrots. Probably the best way is this. There you are. Carrots and celery in. It's now time for your onion to get peeled. Sharp knife. Peel, remove the top, score it on the side, peel it off. Keep the bottom of your onion attached, and I'm about to show you why you should cut in half. That will help you keeping your onion together while you're dicing it. Again, 1 centimeter around. If you want to keep that for your stock, please do. Around and away. In there, caramelize. See? As you can hear it, we have 2 sizzling going. Obviously the pressure cooker is not as strong as my heavy base pan. That's why I want to start browning process in there first. Just a little more. And let those veggies caramelize. Now it's time to dice your chuck. From your local butcher, about 3 centimeter thick chuck steak, and you want to go and dice it. Remove excesses of fat, if any. This is pretty good actually, and dice it around 3 centimeter. So this is what you're having. This is a beautiful flavorsome part of the underrated, I must say, part of the beef. It's so good. So good in stews. Alright. This process is actually perfect if you want to have dinner ready, but you don't have time to stay around your pot and pans and making sure that it doesn't stick, it doesn't burn. So what I normally do is over lunchtime, as soon as I have half an hour, I start the process, set the cooking time on a pressure cooker, and when I go for dinner, it's ready, tender, full of flavor, and more importantly, it's still hot. Alrighty, now we transfer the veggie in there. can see they are nice and caramelized. We don't want to cook them because they're gonna have plenty of time in there under pressure. The pan looks like it's murdered, black. That's exactly what you want. Trust me. Don't be too scared. No time to be gentle in this part of the cooking. And now you want to transfer. You want to have a bowl with some flour for dusting. I'm using gluten-free, so the recipe is gluten-free. You can use normal flour, semolina, fine milled semolina if you want. But this flour, the only thing it has to do is to coat the meat, and it's gonna help us to thicken the sauce and form that end result gravy kind of look and style. Alright, more oil into our really hot pan, probably about another 4 tablespoons. Try to dust off as much excessive flour as you can and go in there. Careful about splashing, don't want to burn yourself. If the pan is big enough, go in one go. If it's not, I suggest you do not overcrowd it, otherwise it's gonna cool down and it will stop sizzling. Alright, stop your hands, and now it's trying to season. Salt on your meat. This step, you want to have a nice color. The meat is gonna lose obviously some juices, which are going right there at the bottom of our pan, helping deglazing some of those caramelized bits at the bottom. Alrighty, you will see that you will need to add as you go more oil, especially when you use flour in your cooking, because it tends obviously to be soaked up by the flour that is coating our meat. Alright. Let's see if that's the result that you want to have on your meat pieces, nice and caramelized. I don't want you to move so much when you are doing searing process. So just flip them on a side if you want to caramelize and give the time for that to happen. Don't grab a spoon and start stirring. Just gonna lose lots of heat by doing that. As you can see, our beef is nice and caramelized, and it's time now to drop it into our pressure cooker. Would have been easier to have the pressure cooker on this side next to it, but unfortunately I didn't have the space to do it. So I'm messing around my workstation, but it's okay. It's okay. Definitely I suggest you, when you do this at home, have it next to it. Alright, so remember that we season as we go. Not just one big seasoning at the end. More oil, last bit of your meat, dust off the excess, don't flash it, go as close as you can manage to go to your pan. It's actually safer than be scared and drop it from the height. Alright, flour can go away. Time to season the second batch of beef. Salt. Let it caramelize. And let's get ready for the next step. Next step, which will be the deglazing of our beautiful blackened pan. And we are about to do that with our veggie stock and wine. This Spezzatino recipe is very common in any region of Italy, really. But being born and raised in Florence, Tuscany, that's the way we do in autumn when it's mushroom season, where I'm from. The second batch, as you can see, is nice and caramelized too. Time to go the whole lot into the pressure cooker. And let's go with the wine first, because we want to lose the alcohol. With a wooden spoon or a heat resistant spatula, help the liquid to the sides. When the alcohol is gone, you can add stock. And your 400 of passata. I like the Mutti brand because there is only tomatoes in there. If I don't have the time to go through the entire process of doing my own passata, if I have to buy it, I'd rather use this. Okay, so this will be our cooking liquid. It has now deglazed the pan, so all those flavored brown bits are now part of the liquid. Let's stir the pressure cooker content. It's now time to add sprig of rosemary, 2 bay leaf, 2 peppercorn, and now you can grind some pepper in there. Adjust the seasoning. I should have used a spoon, but you know, I'm a chef, we use fingers. Seasoning that. As soon as it gets to the boil, we will transfer it in there. Alrighty. Make sure you use tea towel The process is not even started and is already looking absolutely delicious. This is a crowd favorite, trust me, you're gonna please pretty much everyone. And this flame goes off and the liquid now gets transferred into the pressure cooker. Being really careful. So because we've been preheating the pressure cooker, we are not losing any time. Alrighty, let's close. The other way around. Let's adjust timer. You wanna set 30 minutes and let the pressure cooker do the job. See you in 30. As I said earlier, in a recipe, this step can be done well in advance. You can even put your slow cook, pressure cook in the morning. The machine will keep it nice and hot for you. And oh God, look at that. That is what I was looking for. Gravy thickness, fully cooked. Your veg is still there. You can still see the colors. It's incredible. So now let's transfer the Spezzatino into our serving dish. You will have here and there some sprigs that needs to be removed. That's a perfect consistency of the sauce because it's not too thick, not too thin, and it's up to you which side you want to have. You can go with the very good crusty bread to mop that sauce, or you want to have some polenta, which go beautifully well with saucy dishes like that. Oh, it smells incredible. Whoa, can't wait for someone to invent a camera that can transfer smells. Look at that. Beautiful slices of sourdough, of course. Tuscan recipe. You cannot miss olive oil on a bread. The last fresh pepper on it, and here you are with my Spezzatino di manzo ai funghi. Recipe adapted for pressure cooking. Keep following my channel, subscribe if you haven't yet. Where have you been? Come on, do it, and keep cooking. Ciao!